Hey guys, it's Melissa from Melissa's Creations. I'm really excited to be doing a live video for you guys in Melissa's VIP Stamp Lounge. I haven't gone live in a little bit and I'm really excited. I'm so excited to be live right now. We have the February paper pumpkin kit to unbox. I am super excited about that. This is Grown with Kindness. And if you guys saw the video that I posted, that I shared from Stampin' Up's home office about this month's paper pumpkin, you're in for a real treat because it is freaking amazing. Here's paper pumpkin. So snail is not necessarily required. It might make some jobs easier, so I'm just getting mine out just in case. The D-size acrylic block comes with your very first paper pumpkin kit for a new subscriber. Otherwise, you can purchase these clear blocks in the annual catalog or the website. And then I recommend having a pair of snips handy because A, you have to get into the box, and B, you might need to cut ribbon or string or some other embellishments that might be in this kit. So I'm going to set those aside, and here we go. All right, so first off, let me just remind you guys that you get a free stamp set in the March paper pumpkin kit. You have until March 10th to sign up for the March kit. This is going to basically include 2 stamp sets, the one that's included with paper pumpkin plus another free set. And it's all because paper pumpkin is celebrating 6 years. So make sure that you get in on that. If you have questions, let me know. Right now is the perfect time to get that paper pumpkin subscription because you can redeem those celebration rewards. Let's chat one-on-one if you're interested in learning more about that. We have a fresh fig Stampin' Spot, which is amazing because that is such a beautiful color. I love fresh fig. Oh, these are pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay, so can we just say succulents? There's a little succulent in a teacup. We have a lot of sentiments on here and I'm really excited about that. All right, diving into the kit. Oh, it's pretty. They're like photographs. They're actual photographs of like the succulents and stuff. Let me set this right here. That is fun. How fun is that? So we have 3 different designs, 3 cards each. So that's 9 cards it looks like with envelopes. Okay, so we're going to put a couple of these together, and I do need to save some of these supplies because I am going to be in a pop-up paper pumpkin blog hop. And actually, I think we are going to be permanent now. We're not just once in a while. I think we're actually going to do it every month. And we like to share alternate projects with the materials in the paper pumpkin kits. So if you haven't seen that on my blog yet, make sure you follow so that you can get in on the next round. Oh, these are so pretty. Look at these pictures. They're already done for us. Those make perfect backgrounds. I am so inspired to use my own pictures on cards now. That would be great. That's a pretty picture. They're just plain on the other side. And then this one says you. How fun is that? Love it. And then here are the card bases. Some of them. So we have, looks like 3 of that design. I love that design. So we have 3 of those. And we have 3 of these fun stripes here. We also have these banner pieces. Very nice. And then 3 of these basic black pieces, and they're white on the inside. Easy to write your letters and whatever else you want to put on the inside of your card. All right, let's get out our instructions and we'll throw a couple of these together. Let's get started. So I'm going to stamp the tags and the background pieces first. So I'm going to set this card bases aside. And remember, they gave us the fresh fig Stampin' Spot, and I actually have the full ink pad in the old style, so I'm going to use that so I don't have to open the other one. And this was loved so much by one of my customers. She accidentally dropped it, but hey, it still works. And let's get our stamp on. I have my block, and so I'm gonna do Life is Tough, but so are you. So we'll do that first. And all of these stamps are sized to fit on a D-size acrylic block. So you can make sure that you ensure that your stamps will always fit on a D block. So I did this diagonal. It'll probably fit side to side, but diagonal's fine for me. So we're gonna ink that guy up. And with the photopolymer stamps that come in the paper pumpkin kits, I like to kind of prime them by inking them up and then stamping them off on some scratch paper first, just to make sure that those sticky photopolymer stamps, when they're brand new, I don't want it to stick too much to my paper that I'm actually stamping. So I'm just going to do that a little bit. And this is kind of an older ink pad, so I'm hoping it has enough juice left in it to get a clear image on these labels here. So we're going to stamp one of these. There we go. Oh, messed up on the U, but that is okay, because I think what I'm going to do is I have a pen. I'm gonna draw in the rest of it. It's hard to do it when I have my camera up here because I can't put my head in the frame, but that's okay. So we're gonna do our thank you right there, and this is going to go on one of these. I'm gonna actually turn it this way. And again, stamp off on some scratch paper. Okay. And I'm going to stamp to the right of this. There we go. Awesome. And last, we have our wonderful, which is right here. Oops, a little sticky, not a problem. Okay, and this is going to go onto one of these labels here. So one last time, get out that scratch paper. Okay. I'm getting my block all kinds of messy. That's all right. We're working through it. Yay! Okay, so I'm going to pop those out. So I'm just going to do one of each card for you guys today. Super simple paper pumpkin. I love it. And of course, with this one, if you do mess up, you could just flip it over and stamp that side. Either way. And they give you plenty because basically we have double. So if we do mess up on one, we could get a new piece and it would be fine. But I'm just going to grab out my coordinating Stampin' Right marker with the fine tip. And I'm just going to draw it in. Let's see if I can do this so that it looks somewhat. There we go. That's not bad, right? And I could even trace over the whole thing to make it a little darker, but we're good. We are good to go. So that's all the stamping. Now we get the fun part, putting everything together. All right, it's gonna go fast now. So I have this card base. And from my labels, they're using one of these and one of these. I love these colors. What do you think of these colors? We've got this mint color, and it'll tell us on our actual paper pumpkin page here. It coordinates with basic black, fresh fig, lemon lime twist, mint macaron, and whisper white. Loving the colors. All right, so we're gonna dive into our goodies here. And we have dimensionals, glue dots, twine in black and white, and we have these fun guys. Those are super cool. So just because I haven't, I'm going to use my fast fuse to put my sentiment down onto the purple. Again, you don't need it. You can just use the materials in the kit. But since I have it, you know, I just want to make my life just a little easier. And then this is going to go behind. So we're going to put a little row of fast fuse on there. And it's just going to peek out a little. That's kind of fun. I like that look. And then we need a small black bow. Okay, get that out of the way. We're going to use a glue dot to get him on. I'm just going to peel the backing off of the sheet and then stick him on and then use my scissors to pop him off. We're going to put him right down here. And then you're just going to squish him down so he covers up all that adhesive on that glue dot. There we go. Perfect. And super simple for this card. I'm going to take one of these, and I don't remember what the directions say, but I don't like to follow the directions sometimes. So I'm going to actually pop this up onto my card base with the included dimensionals. These are going to be amazing cards, just super quick, boom, simple. I really like having cards like this on hand or easily accessible to create with, so that I can just send something out really, really fast if I forget or if I need to send something on short notice. All right, so now this is going to go right over here, and boom, you guys. Oh, thank goodness I put this down the right way. It doesn't really matter, but I noticed on the picture, on the directions, that large prickly guy is up in the right-hand side. I was not even paying attention, but I managed to get it in the right spot, so yay me. Woohoo! Okay, one card done. Yay! And we could pretty up the envelope, we could pretty up the inside. I might do that towards the end, but I'm going to set this aside for the moment. We're going to get going on the next card, which is the black base. Okay, and the vellum, the thick, this is really thick, like super thick, and it's kind of curved. There's two sides. There's like a matte side and kind of a shinier side, just barely. You can feel the difference too. So I'm putting the matte side face up, and I think I am going to glue this down. Again, you would use the included glue dots, but if you have a snail adhesive, you can go ahead and throw that on there and be a little faster. I'm trying to stay away from the very edge because that's the part you're going to see. So if you stay away from the edge, you won't see the adhesive through the vellum. See, I don't know how well you can see that on camera, but you can see in person where that vellum is sticking. But once we get our picture down, it should cover all of that area up. And then we just have a nice border. Beautiful. I love it. Okay, so again, I'm just going to go ahead and pop this up. Actually, we have some stamping to do before I pop it up. It's a good thing I looked again because, you know, I like directions, but sometimes I get a little wild. I'm a little wild child sometimes. All right, so we do need one of these, and that goes with this. And we also need some more stamps. We're going to use these cute little pluses right here. All right, so I have these pluses, so I'm gonna take those. And again, because it's a brand new stamp I haven't stamped yet, I'm going to stamp it off a couple times. And it looks like I got a little too much ink on the inside portion, so I'm gonna have to try to stamp it pretty light. All right, and it looks like I'm eyeballing it right about there. Not too bad. It works. So again, I'm taking my snail. I'm gonna put a little bit of adhesive on the back of this guy, and then I'm going to pop that right onto the here, kind of off center just a little bit, not too much. We're gonna take some of these beautiful blingy guys, bling bling, pick those up with our snips. Oops. So I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail, and then I'm going to wrap it around a couple times, and then we're going to trim it off with a tail, and I'm going to tie a bow very carefully here with fingernails. And I want it to be oriented at the bottom down here like this. So I find the easiest way to tie a bow on something like this, if it's not glued down to anything, I tie a knot first, because then I don't have to worry about getting my fingers in the way trying to hold the cross of the string or the twine. There we go. All right, so now that I have that, we're gonna go for our loops. Make one bunny ear, then the little bunny goes in the hole. I don't think I ever really said that when I was tying my shoes, but I think some people did. That was a thing. I'm not making it up. All right, we're gonna make this bow look a little more presentable because it's looking a little rough right now. It's had some moments. It's kind of a hot mess. So I'm gonna kind of make it a little bit more presentable. And actually their bow is a lot bigger and it kind of goes sideways, which is fine either way. But I kind of like mine smaller, and I'm gonna trim the little tails off. But also, because I wanna make sure it stays in a certain spot, I am going to grab another glue dot, mini glue dot from the sheet here, and I'm going to fold it in half. So I don't know how well you can see that, but that's folded in half. Then I can pick it up and just tuck it right behind the knot of the bow, and then just press it in, and boom. Now I have a nice flat bow and it's staying right in the spot that I want it to stay. Okay, so we're going to now pop this up onto our card base with that vellum. I love me some dimensionals. Yes, I do. They are fantastic. Peel off the backings like so. Okay. Slap this sucker on here. Sucka, get it? Because it's a succulent. Oh no, that was an awful joke. We'll get some dimensionals on here. I think 2 is probably enough. Sometimes I kind of go a little dimensional crazy. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't need to seek help for said issue. It's not even really an issue, but all right, now I'm going to get it up in this corner so that I have almost the same amount of space on the card here as I do up here. And boom, there it is. There's our second card. So quick and beautiful. I am really digging those pictures, you guys. I mean, not that our cards didn't look professional anyway, but I think that this just takes it to a brand new level. It's definitely a step up from some of the past kits that I've received. They're just getting better and better, and I promise you next month is going to be amazing, especially because you get that free stamp set. Last but not least, this gorgeous background card here. Okay, we're going this direction with it. And we are using this, and we are using this. Now, the paper pumpkin directions and the picture both make it look like this black thread is all the way around the card, like this, so that you'll see it on the inside. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do something a little different. So let me get this glued down first. I'm going to glue this flat to the gray with my snail. Again, if you didn't have any extra items, you can definitely just use the mini glue dots included in the kit. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, and the first thing I'm gonna do is tie myself a little bow. Now here is a consumables cheat sheet tip. I don't know what to call this. It's just a little tip to save some of your supplies. So the first thing I'm gonna do is tie my little bow. Chop it off. Boom, boom, trim it off. Boom. Okay, there's my bow. The next thing I'm gonna do is they want you to wrap it all the way around and then tie your bow. See how much that is gonna use? What I'm gonna do is I'm just going to leave a little overhang on this side and a little overhang on this side, and that's all I'm gonna use. So I'm saving over double what they want me to use on here, okay? So all you have to do is lay it across, trim it off with some overhang, grab your snail, grab your washi, grab your glue dots, whatevs. And actually, they have theirs a little higher. I'm just gonna leave mine a little lower. And then, boom. There you go. As long as you're straight, you're golden. And if you want, you could come back with some washi or even just some Scotch tape. Put a little bit of tape on there. I don't think I have any handy. Normally it's right next to me, but I think I've stuck it in my Christmas wrapping box and I have never collected it back. Anyway, if you had some washi or something, you could secure it that way. But what I'm going to do is actually use some dimensionals because I'm going to pop this sheet up anyway. I'm going to put my dimensionals right over that on that snail so it's securing as well as popping up. Twofer. Y'all get a twofer today. How's that for a tip? I hope that it's a new tip for some of you. All right, peeling off those backs, getting it. Boom. Bring in the gray. Oh, shoot, I already have the gray. Bring in the card. Pop it up. Okay, and you're gonna have more room on the top and bottom than you do side to side. So there's less space on these edges. So it's gonna be a little different than some of you might be used to. Very different from what I'm used to. But different is good. It gets you out of your comfort zone and gets you out of a rut, gets you into new things. I like it. So again, I'm gonna peel off one of the backings, pop on my ribbon, my little bow, my bow friend. Kind of fold it back on itself a little bit so it's not too much out there. And then I'm just gonna pop it right on so it looks like you did actually just tie that bow. And with that glue dot underneath, that bow ain't going nowheres. It's just gonna hang out there and be nice and pretty. All right, next up, we're gonna pop up our wonderful because it says you right there. So again, with the dimensionals. Now, again, I'm going dimensional crazy, but that's because I have a ton of dimensionals to spare. So if you are only limited to what you have in this kit, I would be a little bit more cautious with your dimensional supply. All right, we're gonna set that right there. Okay, now a little bit of bling, bling. Let's see where they put theirs. Oh, they stamped it too. I can still stamp it. I can still do it. I see a bling there, there, and there. Oh, they put one in the middle here too. And I'm sure there are some on here. Now that I'm looking back at it, there might be a couple on here too. There, there, and there. It looks like they're doing 3 on each card. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and pop those back in here in a minute. I'm gonna live dangerously. Normally, my rule is never stamp on something that you've already popped because it just is asking for a hard time. Hard times, troubles ahead, caution, not recommended, but we're doing it. I'm gonna put this on this side. And this is a super, actually, you know what? I am gonna do it. I'm just gonna grab an extra block because I have one handy. Again, not needed. You could definitely use your other block and clean it off, but for the sake of video and time, we're gonna go this way. Again, you do want to try and get that primed a little bit. We're just gonna do a little stampy, right like that. And here we go. We're stamping this right under. This is another reason why you want to make sure you have a clean block, because I'm stamping over the sentiment. And if I had a whole bunch of ink yuckiness on here, it would transfer and not be good. All right, made it. We were able to get that going there. Gonna put some bling on my cards, and then I'm gonna turn you guys around. We'll have a little chat. So I'm gonna put one there. Following Paper Pumpkin's suggested placement, AKA their pictures. And one here. And we're kind of like trailing it up in a zigzag motion. I love the rule of odds. So typically when you're adding embellishments, you kind of want to do an odd number. I don't know why. I just always heard that. And it works. It really works well. So, boom. That card is finito. Done. Let's bring this one in, because I did forget to put a little bling on here. And he goes right in the middle. Right up here like that. 1, 2, 3. Again. Boom. And I did forget completely to put any on here. Now, I can't really see the placement on the picture. It's very hard to make out. So I'm guessing, I'm pretty sure I see one here. And I'm pretty sure that the other one, it's like one of those, what are those puzzles? You guys know what I'm talking about? The find the hidden picture puzzle kind of thing. One of them is in this little succulent here. And the last one, I think, is like up in that guy. All up in this guy's business right here. I think he's just tucked right in there. There, cute. It really does add a little fun touch to these beautiful cards. So gorgeous, so easy, so fast, in love. I am so thrilled with this kit. And I'm really excited to see what I can come up with for the alternates. I am sure that there are going to be some amazing ideas with this set. How can there not be? Look at how beautiful it is. What did you guys think? Wasn't that great? I am really happy with this kit, and I hope that if you guys aren't subscribed yet, you make sure that you get subscribed, because next month's box is going to be awesome. You get a free stamp set. Yes. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to click that bell icon so you can be notified when I upload new videos. You can follow me on the web at melissascreations.com and on Facebook at facebook.com/MKre8tions. I'm also on social media. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest with the handle at MKre8tions. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!